Yo, what's going on YouTube? Terence Crawford versus Viktor Postol. This is my prediction. I just want to start off with saying, don't be fooled. This is not a 50-50 fight. This is not a 50-50 fight. This is not a toss-up or anything like that. Any guy can win it. Everything is going to be dictated by how Terence Crawford performs, okay? There's nothing special about Viktor the Iceman Postol, okay? Now, I watched this guy fight, Lucas Matisse, and I watched him fight just recently, last night, Celtic Adine, okay? And so I was looking at his last three opponents, and he's got this guy named Jack Gruccio, a guy that doesn't even have the Bull. This guy's named Jack the Bull Gruccio or something like that, right? An American guy. Very low knockout ratio, okay? This was an 8-round fight. I guess it was a stay busy fight. Happened in April last year. Nobody even talked about it, you know, right before the Lucas Matisse fight. And it went all 8 rounds. That's a big question mark for a guy supposed to be a number one contender in the WBC belt. He's going against a guy named Jack, who's got some losses on his record. You know, it was 17-1, been knocked out twice, and Viktor Postol is not one of the guys that knocked him out. Okay, he goes 12 rounds with Viktor Postol. Okay, that's a big question mark on there. How you gonna go against a guy named Jack Gruccio and not knock him out? You know what I'm saying? So people say his power is regarding Viktor Postol is supposed to be, you know, sudden, is hidden, and all this other stuff. He doesn't have any knockout power. Okay, he's a volume puncher, a slow volume puncher at that, and he's very limited. You know, he's very limited. He's methodical, you know, but with that being said, him being methodical also makes him predictable. Like, he doesn't change anything up. He's solely reliant on limited foot movement. Doesn't move all that well around the ring. He really relies on his height, which he has an advantage of over Terence Crawford, but it's not going to matter. Terence Crawford has fought and beat and walked down guys. Yeah, excuse me, man. Yeah, he's fought and beat and walked down guys before who were taller than him. Ricky Burns had no problem circling and, outworking Brady Prescott, who's, I think, about the same height. Yeah, he's like the same height. Has about the same reach as Viktor Postol. Yeah, the last time I checked on BoxRec. So, anyway, okay. Jeez, man, I lost my train of thought, man. I was like kind of interrupted. So, about Viktor Postol, man. Viktor Postol, I watched him in this the Celtic Adine fight, right? I was watching it, man, and I was just watching it, and he kept doing the same thing over again. He kept throwing out that jab. Now, if you listen to the Warriors video, he's gonna say, "Oh, that jab's gonna be an issue," and not, you know, and all this other stuff. Carcino for life. You know, he's got, you know, Crawford winning, you know, shooting for a knockout, but he sort of made it seem as if it's gonna be kind of difficult. You know, it's gonna be kind of difficult. It's not gonna be a difficult fight for Terence Crawford. I'm not saying Terence Crawford's gonna overlook Viktor Postol. Here's the thing: that jab. Just go back and look at the fight real quick. That all you have to look at is the first round and stuff like that. How he throws out that jab. The jab is a very slow jab. It's not a sharp jab, and he pushes off with that jab. So he'll double up. He'll tap with it. Okay, he'll touch a guy with it, and then he lets his right hand go. And not even a very powerful right hand, you know what I'm saying? But just enough to keep guys respectful, you know, a la, I guess, you know, Mayweather after he didn't move up like 3 or 4 weight classes, okay? So, with that being said, he also leaves that left hand low. You know what I'm saying? That jab, he comes back with, he doesn't snap it back or anything like that. It's not an authoritative jab. So here you have is an upright guy. Has a little bit of foot movement, not very slick. He's not very slick. He doesn't move his head much. That's why Celtic Aiden was able to get a knockdown in the first round, and that's why Lucas Machine Matisse was able to touch him up early in the first round. Okay, of their fight. Okay, so this guy doesn't move his head much. He's pretty much a stick. Okay, he throws like if he was pitching, I wouldn't say he throws curveballs, but you can't say he throws maybe knuckleballs or something like that. Or he tosses shots up, because he's slow. You know what I'm saying? He has to be very tricky with his shot selection and stuff like that. But very basic, man. It's always like one. Double up on the jab, double up on the jab, right hand. And he leans in with those right hands sometimes. When he falls in, when a fighter is close, he leans in with it. Him leaning in with the jab and stuff like, on the inside. He's when it comes to inside fighting, he's more like a jab, grab guy. So this is why he doesn't have a high knockout ratio. He can't finish anybody off, even if he wanted to, because he has no inside game. Yes, he did knock out Celtic Aiden with an uppercut and stuff like that, but I was late in the fight. Celtic Aiden, he was ready to go. He gave up. Lucas Machine Matisse, he said his eye was like hurt or whatever like that. So he's not gonna do the punishment himself. He's gonna rely on someone coming in and letting him be who he is. He's not gonna be able to force his will on anybody. He needs someone to be aggressive to come to him to attack him in order for him to set the opponent up for a hard punch and stuff like that. This is a guy that can't come forward and oppose his will at any time. This is not a guy who can go on his back foot, let the guy expend his energy and him come forward and him turn the tables for about 30 seconds of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna win in any type of exchange or anything like that. He's not looking for an exchange. So he's not a fighter. He's he's a pure boxer. You know what I'm saying? He's not a boxer or a pure boxer that has a fight in him. He's gonna stay within himself, a la the Iceman. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna be cold and methodical in what he does. So he's not going to switch anything up. He's not going to do anything different. He's not going to go to the body. He's going to stick with the jab and the right hand. Okay? And so with that being said, with Terence Crawford, you got to realize Terence Crawford has a 70% KO ratio versus Viktor Postol's 40%. Terence Crawford is able to adapt to pressure, a la Raymond Beltran. From what I've seen on his record, he's been going out like on a KO streak outside of Raymond Beltran. He didn't knock out Ricky Burns. But Ricky Burns was looking to survive. But he took it to Ricky Burns in his hometown. And yeah, man, Thomas Delorme. So you got to realize, Terence Crawford is a cerebral fighter. For one, he's a switch hitter. He's ambidextrous. Two, he has bite. You know what I'm saying? He has fight in him. So if you put him in a corner, or anything like that, you try to pressure him, he's gonna fight. He's not gonna let you punk him in the ring. Every time Raymond Beltran try to punk him or apply that educated pressure on him, and Raymond Beltran is a Cajun veteran, a tough fighter, yeah, Terence Crawford, laid down the law. Okay, so you got like Thomas Delorme. Let's look up Thomas Delorme, man, real quick. I'm gonna end it real soon. Yes, Thomas Delorme, taller fighter, doesn't have a didn't have a reach advantage over Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is gonna probably spend the first couple of rounds figuring Viktor Postol out. Okay, he's gonna try to figure him out, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna see if there's anything changed as far as the game plan or anything like that, or has based on film that he's probably watched. I'm pretty sure that the team watches film on this guy, and he's probably gonna be more defensively responsible, probably stick out that jab, probably give up a few rounds in an orthodox position, and probably see like, man, what is this guy really all about? Does he hit as hard? Do I have to worry about his power? Is there anything different in his offense? Is he going to show me anything different? What kind of foot movement does this guy have? All right. Now, once Terence Crawford processes all that, he's probably going to see how he can perform in orthodox, position in the first couple of rounds. I think if he gets a little bit impatient or he's ready to take out the guy, he's going to switch to southpaw. Okay? Terence Crawford is very deadly in the southpaw position, and I believe in saying that when it comes to the southpaw position, if you haven't noticed, Viktor Postol keeps that left hand down kind of low. Okay? So when he's jabbing, when he's throwing that slow, lazy jab, he pulls it back really low. Okay? It's okay against a right-handed fighter that's short, that can't move, that's not jabbing to get on the inside like Lucas Matisse and Celtic Aiden. Okay? It's okay. But when he's going against the southpaw, that's ambidextrous and that can punch with both hands, he's going to be in trouble, because what's going to happen? The lead right hooks are going to come into play. Okay, Terence Crawford is going to jab with that the left, in the southpaw stance, and jab with the right. Excuse me, he's going to jab with the right in the southpaw stance, and he's going to throw a lot of hooks. And I believe with that, he's gonna throw a lot of hooks, throw the jabs, the close distance with Viktor Postol, and he's gonna use his left hand to dig to the body on Viktor Postol. So he's gonna get in the inside with his right hand in the southpaw stance. He's gonna start digging to the body because Viktor Postol doesn't have an inside game. Viktor Postol is gonna try his best to grab Terence Crawford on the inside. As Terence Crawford is not gonna let that happen. He's gonna arm bar him. He's gonna bar him, right? And he's gonna push him off. And he's gonna keep working to the body. And he's gonna keep throwing overhand, right hooks in a southpaw stance. And he's gonna knock out Viktor Postol. He's gonna knock out Viktor Postol, man. Or Viktor Postol is gonna give up in his corner under 10 rounds. Okay, maybe under 9, but I'm gonna say under 10. Okay, because he's gonna give up the first maybe three or 4 rounds, maybe, if he even needs to. It shouldn't take him that long to figure out Viktor Postol. So I say he maybe gives up maybe 2 or 3 rounds. Then after that, it's gonna be a clinic. Okay. You guys let me know what you think. I got Terence Crawford by knockout. All right, catch you later. Bye.